Hi, friends. It is I, Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother, and I am so happy to welcome you to this class. If you happen to be watching the replay, thank you so much for being here. Let me give a very warm welcome to the people who are here with me live today. So nice to see all of you. Glad that you're here. And a special shout out to all of our channel members. You know who the members are because their names are in green. These are people who have made a monthly commitment to help support this channel. We absolutely appreciate our members, but you know what? We appreciate everyone who's here today. And there's so many ways that you can support this channel. You can support this channel by liking this video. You support this channel simply by being here. And if you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe, and please do hit the bell so that you will be notified when I go live or when I schedule something. And speaking of scheduling things, I just put up the entire October schedule, including a members only live stream. We're going to do deep dive readings again, but we're going to celebrate Halloween Samhain by doing deep dive readings specifically around mediumship and spirit communication and magical spiritual topics. So I hope all the members will join us for that. However, everyone is welcome. We've got 4 new events up, and everyone is welcome to them. Now, we're certainly not finished with September events. We have this class today. We also have a class on Sunday at 4 p.m. Hope you'll join us then. And thank you so very much, Claire C., who is a member of this channel and has just supported this broadcast with a super sticker. I so appreciate that. I so appreciate your support. So welcome, everyone. So glad that you're here, and I hope that you have your tarot decks with you. Today's topic, unpacking a tarot spread. Now, wherever you are in your tarot journey, whether you're a brand new reader, whether you have a handle on tarot spreads or don't have a handle on tarot spreads, or think tarot spreads are for the birds and you never use them because you're very happy just free flowing with the cards, wherever you're at, I ask for your kind attention for the next hour. I want to share with you not just this spread, and some of you have shared this spread before. This is like one of my favorite spreads, so some of you are no stranger to this. But please be willing to go through this process with me, because it will teach you a lot about the importance of spreads, how to work with spreads. We're doing this one spread together, but it's going to teach you techniques for spreads that will stand you in good stead throughout your life. So the other thing I want to say is September is Spreads Month over here. And we are doing a Zoom class. It's actually a hybrid class. We've got tickets to be here in person in Palm City or live on Zoom. And that will be on September 30th. And it's also a spreads class, but in depth, tarot spreads, tools, and techniques. That's a 2-hour-long class. You need a ticket. You can get a ticket simply by going to my website, christianagaudet.com or tarotbychristiana.com to get that ticket. So if you find anything here interesting, you're going to want to come to that class. And if you don't find anything here interesting, then I haven't done my job very well. So hopefully I'll do a good job. You'll find this interesting and you'll get a ticket for a class for September 30th. All right, so great to see all of you here. Thank you so much. La Morena, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Thank you so much for being here. Jill Watson, nice to see you. Sally, so happy to see you. It's been such a long time. We really miss you down here. And again, hello to all the members and to everyone here. It is so great to see you all here. Okay, let's get going. The spread that I want to teach you is called the Seven Sisters, or the Rainbow Spread, or the Horseshoe Spread. It is a 7-card spread dealt out in a horseshoe shape. Now, perhaps you've seen other horseshoe spreads and other 7-card spreads. It makes sense because that middle card will be literally right in the middle of the arc. And so 7 cards in a rainbow is pretty standard, 7 cards in an arc. But this one has very specific place meanings. And I think this is a great spread. And some of you know the history of this spread for me, but I'll share it. My very first day as a professional reader, I was a substitute reader at a psychic fair. And the readings were 15 minutes. I had never in my life done a reading that was like less than an hour. And I got there early to kind of get my table and get set up. And the other readers there were so kind. And one of them asked, do you have any questions about how this is going to go? And I was like, my biggest concern is about how to do a reading in 15 minutes. And this guy showed me the spread I'm going to show you. And he said, this is a great comprehensive spread. And you can do it in 15 minutes and get a lot of information. Now, truth be told, I did not use this spread that day. But my conversation with him empowered me to develop what was going to be my professional style, which is I do my 11-card Celtic cross, and then for questions, I pull other cards. And I do that whether it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour, 5 hours, whatever. I do the same thing. It's just how in depth am I going to go and how many cards am I going to pull? But this spread stuck with me because it is such a good spread. Now, you may have heard in the past, you may have heard me use the term comprehensive spread. A comprehensive spread is a spread that you can use to reveal numerous departments of life, and it's really good for a general reading. And we're going to talk about general readings in just a moment. I just want to say hi to a couple of people. David Victor, nice to see you here. Michelle Sorensen, first timer, yay. Thanks for being here for the first time. So nice to see all of you here. Hey, Kim, nice to see you. Did you notice that I did schedule a tarot poetry workshop for October? I was thinking of you specifically. I hope you can make it. So good to see all of you here. All right, so general readings. I know there are some people who absolutely hate the general reading. They want a question. They want a question to give context. And there are some teachers who say, yeah, you should have a question. Don't bother with general readings. I want to slap those teachers. I do. Because I think a general reading is such a great thing because it's like asking the universe, okay, universe, tell me what's up. Tell me what's important. Tell me what matters. So the spread we're going to do here, I would argue, is best as a general reading or with a general focus. So if you say, okay, my focus is primarily my love life, or my focus is primarily my work life, that's okay too. But if your question is, how should I handle this particular situation at this particular time? You're going to want to use a different technique. Now, you can start with this. Let's start with this for an overview, and then we'll get into the questions. That's how I like to do it, and that really works. So if you have the time, if you're just going in like I've got 2 seconds and I want to answer this question, you're probably best just to ask the question and pull a couple cards. Really. But if you've got the time, start with this and see what comes to you about your question and about whatever else is there. And then you can pick up the cards, shuffle them, and ask your question. Hey, Kristen B., you're at the shop. Okay, sorry you're not here, but still happy to see you. Dora. Dora, I want to thank you so very much for that generous super sticker. Really appreciate your being here and really appreciate your kind contribution. Very good, very good. Okay. Hey, Shelley, haven't seen you in a long time. So nice to see all of you. Marion, I love a general reading, right? Right? I really feel like getting good general reading chops is a good thing, and we're going to work on this. All right. Oh, Kristen, thank you so much. Kristen has sent a super sticker as well. So kind. Really appreciate all of your support. I appreciate your support by being here. Appreciate your support by subscribing, by liking this video. And for those of you who can give monetary support in the form of membership, super chats, and super stickers, I so appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, so the first question, when we talk about laying out these cards in an arc, so 7 cards in an arc, is do you lay them out right to left or left to right? When I first learned, if you're doing a linear spread, lay it out right to left. That's how I learned. However, most people I know do left to right, and over time, I will sometimes do left to right now too, because it's just what feels more natural. So the first thing you're going to do, get your cards shuffled. And I want you, because I'd like you to do this reading along with me, and we can talk about the cards that are coming up. Kristen says, I start general. I tell him no questions to start. Let's see what Spirit has to say first. Then the floor is yours. Yeah, that's how I like to work too. I do. La Morena says a similar thing, right? Right. I taught you, right. But you like to sling them out, and spreads are still strange. And I get that. The reason spreads are hard, and I'll tell you this right now, and there may be a number of you in the room who find that spreads are difficult, that spreads are hard, because the positions seem confining, right? And then what happens when a card that you wouldn't expect in a particular situation, a particular position shows up? Like, for example, what is my biggest problem? Some really great card shows up. Or what is this great thing that's happening in my life? Some really harsh card shows up. We're going to talk about that. Context is key in learning how to read the cards in context. The other thing you want to think about is that some positions are going to be pretty fixed and others are going to be very mutable. So there's that too. Sometimes you can pop out of the position. So consider the card in the position and then let the card come out of the position and see how it plays with the other cards in general. You can do that. Kim, you inspired me, Christiana, to do a faster version of my Celtic Cross at the Renaissance Fair. Oh, good. Very good. Very good. Lady Lenormand, so nice to see you. Good Journeys Tarot. I was wondering if you were going to make it here. Charles Smith, nice to see you. Laura S. Von Ray, David Victor, Horse Van Dunn, so nice to see all of you. Moonlight Tarot, Betty Flesher, Pamela Thies, Mystics Haven, Bethel, Kai Liz, so nice to see Claire C. So nice to see all of you here. I didn't get all of you by name because we've got a pretty big room here. But know that I see you and I appreciate that you're here. All right, so get those cards shuffled and think about either, okay, what do I want to know? Just open up to the universe, or if there is a focus, to say, okay, I'm interested in a focus of I'm interested in my love life, or I'm interested in my work life, and keep it general around that. Just let's see what shows up around that. So get that set in your head. Let me just say hi to Pamela Phillips, Arlene Flower, Melanie Pardis, so nice to see you. Stella Barbara, glad that you're here. So happy to see all of you. Karen Winkle, Ashriel Knight, Annie M., Marion K. Tarot. So happy to see you all. Thanks so much for being here today. Okay, so now you're going to decide, are you going to lay it out right to left or left to right? Whatever you're going to do, go ahead and lay out the cards face up. 7 cards in an arc. So the fourth card is at the top, right? And either right to left or left to right. And then we'll go through the position. And so just set the intention that you are setting out the cards in the position of this spread that I'm going to lead you in. Set that intention. You don't know the names of the positions yet, but just set the intention for these positions, and I'll hold the energy of that intention for you. So go ahead and get those 7 cards out there. Hey, Cheryl Jefferson, nice to see you. Go ahead and get those 7 cards out there. And make no judgments about the cards that you see. No cringing, no nothing. Don't even try to read them. Don't say yay, don't say nay, don't say anything. Just get those 7 cards out there, holding the intention either for a general reading or general around a particular focus, and holding the intention that the positions will mean what I say they mean. And I'll get mine out too. Now, when we talk about interpreting a spread, very often we learn, go card by card, interpret the spread in this position. This is this card. This is what it means. This is the position, blah, 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 blah. And you can do that. And we will do that today so you learn the positions. But when you interpret a spread, do not feel, yes, Dave, we are reading ourselves. Yes, Dave. So this is for you. You're putting out your cards for you. Shelly wants to cringe. No cringing allowed. No cringing. So when you interpret a spread, you can go card by card or not. You want to look at a spread many times. My friend Mitchell Osborne calls that looking at layers. I call it taking passes at the spread. And so you may start looking at colors. You may start looking at, which card am I most drawn to? You may start looking at, what's the trend of majors versus minors? What's the suit distribution here? What's the number distribution? Do we have more than one of the same number or rank? So there's a lot of things you want to look at in a spread beyond the cards and their positions. But for right now, I'm going to go through, and if you have a pen and a piece of paper, you can write down like 1, name of the position, 2, name of the position. I'm going to give it to you. A lot of you do know this, but I'm going to say it. And then we will go through card by card. But, and I'm not there with you, so I can't police this. Do not pick these cards up until I tell you to, because we are going to look at these from a number of different perspectives. So once the cards are out, do not pick them up. Hey, Joanne Matthew, haven't seen you in a long time. Nice to see you. Pamela, 5 out of 7 are majors. So what does it mean? Oh my gosh, good journeys. Rosemary, you've got 3 5s in yours. So let's talk about that for a minute, right? If you have a lot of majors, like more than half majors, like Pamela, I really do not like the people who say, well, the majors are the things you can't control. Oh, bullshit. You can control some things. You can't control some things. It may or may not be majors, minors, right? But what does, hey, Kim Morris, nice to see you. What does it mean when you have a lot of majors? I think it means pay attention. I think it means pay attention to the universe. I think it means recognize that the hand of a higher power is moving in your life. Recognize that you may have big things going on in your life. So yes, I'm gonna go through the layout, Kim. What you've got here is 7 cards in an arc, either right to left or left to right. Right to left would be traditional. Left to right is how most people do it. You choose. So 7 cards in an arc. So the 4th card is kind of at the top of the arc, and then it goes down. So, woo. And here we go. You can go ahead and write this down. Pamela says, big stuff and kind of like an exclamation point. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. And, oh, Shelley, lots of reversed. Mystics Haven has 4 majors. Okay, we will talk about all of this. That's great. Thank you for sharing. That's exactly what I want you to do. Thank you. So, card 1, past. Card 2, present. Card 3, future. Card 4, significator. Who the querent is at this current time. And so obviously we're all reading for ourselves, so that's who you are at this current time. Card 5, a person or energy close to the querent. So that would be a person or energy close to you. Card 6, a challenge or obstacle. That would be like the crossing card in a Celtic cross. And card 7, final outcome. I'll say it again. Card 1, past. Card 2, present. Card 3, future. Card 4, significator. Card 5, person or energy that is close to the querent, in this case, close to you. Card 6, challenge or obstacle. Card 7, final outcome. So Karen's Tarot Vision, the Judgment card is always very important for me. Do you have that here today? Let's see. So Kim has 0 majors. So when I see 0 majors, the thing that I'm thinking about is, okay, chop wood, carry water, take care of the mundane stuff. Just do what you got to do right now. Okay. Now, 6 out of 7 reversed. If you get a lot of reversed, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Reversals are not negative. Reversals are not bad. They do sort of talk about a shift of energy. And if you get 6 out of 7, like if you have more than half your cards reversed, and the more cards you have reversed, the more this is true, you may be feeling a little ungrounded right now. You may be feeling like your world is a little upside down. You might be feeling like you don't know which end is up. You may be feeling like some unexpected things are happening. So, Rosemary, Good Journeys Tarot, 4 5s if you count the Hierophant, which I indeed do. If I see a bunch of 5s, and again, it does not matter what position they're in at this point. They're there and they're on the table, and so there they are. If I see a bunch of 5s, I'm going to say, okay, this may be a little bit of a difficult time. 5s are really important. It's a time of expansion. It's a time of learning. It's a time on the way to something better, but it's hard because you've jumped out of your comfort zone. You know, if you think about it, 4 is the comfort zone. 6 is the place of victory. 5 is where you're at, where you've jumped out of the comfort zone. You haven't yet gotten to victory, so your ass is flapping in the wind. And it feels like that. It doesn't feel good. But you're missing a 5. You've got 3 minor arcana 5s and the major arcana 5. Which 5 is missing? When something like that happens, you have to read the cards that aren't there. So I want to know, Rosemary, Good Journeys Tarot, which 5 isn't there? And what does it mean to you that that 5 is not there? Same thing with suits. If you are missing a suit, like for example, I have no swords. And so that might be a warning to me that I need to think more or pay more attention to my technology or sort of, you know, pay more attention to logic. I also have no pentacles, as a matter of fact. I am all cups and wands, which is a lovely place to be. You know, it's probably my favorite place to be. It's what I feel. It's what I do. It's my creativity. It's my spirituality. It's my heart. That's great. But where's my grounding? Right? And where's my clear thought? So I need to be careful. Now, in terms of the majors, I will look at the elemental associations of the majors too, but I have two majors, which I think would be sort of normal. Nothing to really comment on there in terms of distribution. One's the sun and one's judgment. The sun is fire and the judgment is either fire or water, depending on who you talk to. So I'm still just fire and water. And so you can learn a lot about yourself right now without interpreting a single card, just looking at distribution. And then look at color. Is it like all a particular color? Do the colors grab you in some way? Those are all things to think about. So let's see what else we got here. Hang on a minute. I'm just scrolling back here. Sorry. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay. Hey, K-Pack, nice to see you. Okay. So Charles Smith, you've got judgment as who you are at this current time. That's kind of powerful. Hey, Chriswell, nice to see you. You just got your 3-month badge. So cool. Glad to see you. All right. So I was just thinking about Charles Smith as Judgment Card 4. Putting closure to the past, hearing the voice of the angels, recognizing that now is a time of change, recognizing that you've done a good job, but you're moving into a new chapter now. That's a beautiful thing. Dave, taking care of infrastructure. I think that's like the no majors, right? All the minors chop wood, carry water. It ain't sexy, but it's vital. So true. Marianne, devil in future position, all pentacles in positions 4 through 7. Wow. And the devil is an earth card as well. So you're like very grounded, maybe focusing on work, money, projects, health, self-care, all of that. Kay says reversals are great. I'm with you. I love reversals. Ashfield, nice to see you. Yay, good cards. I asked a general one for me, but I know what they're referring to. The one reverse card I have is the challenge, and it happens to be the 2 of Pentacles reversed as a challenge. So 2 of Pentacles reversed as a challenge would make me wonder if you're like feeling a lack of resources, time, money, energy. It would make me wonder about job. Are you between jobs? Are you working more than one job? Is there a job you don't like? It would make me wonder those kinds of things. Mystics Haven, the past, the world, the present, the devil reverse, the future, death, significator, strength, reverse, not sure what to make of all of that. Yeah, let's talk about that. And I love you because I didn't even ask you to start doing this, but you're doing exactly what I wanted you to do. So all y'all, so thank you so much for this. Okay. So first of all, lots of majors, Mystics Haven. So just recognizing there's so many majors, there's a lot of spiritual power here. There's a lot of strength. There's a lot of change. You're going to need to be strong and you're going to need to draw your strength from spirit, but you can do that. I'll be back in a minute. I just want to say, Sayoni, thank you so much for the super chat. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so past the world. And, this makes me feel like you've already been through a bunch of cycles in your life. You've already done a bunch. Hey, Lady Lenormand, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. And thank you for the super chat and the cute purple cat. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so the world in the past, and that could also sort of talk about how you saw the world in the past, how you saw your place in the world in the past, and is that now changing? Are you seeing your place in the world differently now? Okay, the present, the devil reversed, would much rather see the devil reversed in the present than not. So that's like getting rid of the things that are holding you down. So it might have been that in the past you had the weight of the world on your shoulders, and now you're learning to release that. The devil reversed, letting that go. Death in the future, you are ready to create change. You are ready to be in control of your life. Significator strength reversed, but there's a lot that's pissing you off. There's a lot that's frustrating you. So that's a whole story there. That's what I'd do with that. 4 court cards. Arlene. So 7 cards, 4 of them are court cards. So I'd love to know what the distribution on that is in terms of suits and ranks. And here's the thing. It could be there's a lot of people in your life. It could be that a lot of the issues or concerns right now have to do with people. It could also be that you're in a place of growth where all of these court cards are parts of you, and you're looking at, sort of how you put these pieces of you together. Now, sometimes if these court cards are other people, you can figure out which person each one is, or there may be a situation where you're dealing specifically with 4 people or not. So you'll have to look at how that fits into your life. And again, you can let those cards, when you're thinking about them that way, let them come out of their positions. And then when you interpret them in the positions, it's probably not so much that you're looking at people, but like if it's a page, it may be about communication or learning. If it's a queen, it might be about nurturing. Kings and queens can often be about institutions. A king can be like about going to a hospital even, not always, but or a bank. So, interpret them. The knight can be about travel or pursuing something. So you might interpret them as people, letting them come out of their positions, and then within their positions, have it be more directives for you, if that makes sense. Oh, now Kim. Your court card came up for you as the Queen of Wands. I love you as the Queen of Wands. Actually, I think that's great. Kay, my tarot deck flamed me last time I asked how it saw me at the moment. The question is, what's your significator today? Who are you at this current time in your cards right now? Okay, so no swords for you either, Kim. Okay, and Pamela, you've got the devil in your future. And so that can be like, what do you have to tackle? Or, what is looming? Is there something that's coming up in the near future? If you have the devil in your future, is there something that that's coming up that you're going to have to deal with that maybe you didn't want to deal with, or that you're dreading dealing with? Or is there something that you need to take on right now? Okay, good journeys, Tarot. You're missing the 5 of Swords. So how do you think about that? Is there a fight you need to be having that you're not? Or have you let go of all of your battles? What do you think about that missing one? Okay, so Pamela, your other 2 cards are Cups. You're missing Pentacles, Swords, and Wands. So it's all Majors and Cups. That is amazing. Oh, no, all Court cards and Cups. Remind me, what else is in there? I think you've got a lot of Majors, if I remember correctly. Okay. Hang on a minute. I just scrolled in a weird way, and now I've lost my place. Everybody, give me a minute. Okay. Okay, here we are. Annie, 3 major arcana and 2 aces, missing Wands. But those 2 aces, man, I love to see aces. Aces are certainly about new beginnings, but they're also about the essence and the source of their element in a way that is just so strong and so good. It can also be about chakras and, which chakras you need to nurture. And Charles Smith, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Okay, Von Ray, no swords for you either, huh? And I know, you and I are both writers. Have you been working on your writing? I've got a writing project I've not done yet, and I think about lack of swords. You got to get that done. Oh my gosh. Hey, Dave, 6 out of 7 reversed, and 4 of them are swords. So I'd love to know which swords. Are they like the more egregious swords or the not so bad swords? And with 6 reversed, and are some of the swords reversed? Sometimes the swords are a lot better when they're reversed. And I like to see a lot of swords for writers, and you're a writer, so that's not so bad. Jill, Hierophant as number 6, obstacle or conflict. So that could be a few things. That could be your agent or your editor as the authority telling you what to do, Jill. That could be a situation with a doctor or something health-wise. That could be rules that you're imposing on yourself that aren't really serving you. That could be a person in your life who is being really stodgy in a way that you're not having any fun. Cheryl, 5 of Wands in the 4th position. So that's you, who you are at this current time. You know, you're creative, you know how to have fun, but right now you might be feeling some conflict. You might not be knowing how to build or what you need to build. Joanne, no swords, 3 of Pentacles. 3 Pentacles, 2 Courts, and 2 Majors. All right. So Joanne, you're spending a lot of time at home with those 3 Pentacles? Pamela, can't even remember the elements of the majors. I have a deck that has the mark that's helpful, but I'm not using that deck. I should do that class again. Joanne Matthew, my future is the 5 of Pence, Wheel of the Year deck. He's sitting under a mushroom in the pouring rain. This should be my present. Yeah, and that's hard. You know, that's hard. But if there's a future card, well, whatever your future card is, and I'm saying this to Joanne, but I'm saying it to everyone, to get an idea of what your future card is saying, look at the final outcome card, because both of these cards are predictive. They're both speaking of the future. Future card, which is card 3, and final outcome card 7, put them together. What do they do when you combine them together? Oh, La Morena, your significator is the Empress. Relates you to your mother too. That's beautiful. And I love you as the Empress for so many good reasons. Karen, I'm pretty boring. 2 majors, all suits, only 1 duplicate number, 8. But 8 as a duplicate is good because it indicates motion, and motion is good. Dora, you're the devil. Okay, so Dora, that's not necessarily so bad. It may be that there's something you're hanging on to or something you're obsessing about. Like, I would ask you, what's bugging you? What are you hanging on to? What are you obsessing about? Or are you in a situation where you have a huge commitment? Are you taking care of an old person or a small child? Do you have a lot on your plate right now that you have to deal with? Are you in the process of trying to heal from something? It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's something you want to pay attention to. Okay, Pamela Phillips, Justice is in the significator place, and Hermit is in obstacles, challenges. What element do these relate to? Justice is air, and Hermit is earth. And so you are Justice, man. You want to be fair. You want to take care of everything. You want everything to balance out. Hermit, you may be lonely. There may be a loneliness here. Von Ray, Judgment is in the challenge position for you. So it may be about putting closure to the past. It may be about making the change that you're trying to make, let go of one aspect of life and opening up to another. Yes, Kim, thank you for using the help icon. Is it possible to read scrambled cards? Yeah. Wherever you put them back, that's where they are now. It's okay. Just see it as the goddess Bast has come and given you some help. Just see it that way. Yeah, Dave Victor said the same thing. Okay. So, Shelley, death is in the PS. Is that the past? Maybe? Okay, so Rosemary, the Fool is in the past. It's the only air. But I love the Fool in the past. That's awesome. Okay, Pamela, past is the Page of Cups. Present is justice. Future is the devil. Man, you know, you are taking on some stuff. You are trying so hard to grow right now and do the things that you feel like you need to do and want to do. And it's heavy, but you're doing it. And you're doing it in a joyful way. You are healing, you are growing, and your challenge is just to keep on doing it. And I love it. Like your past is the Page of Cups, your outcome is the Fool. You're going through all this heavy stuff, Pamela Thies, but you're going to end up in a place where you can just be joyful and enjoy the journey. It's a hard journey, but it's worth it. You're doing what you need to do. Charles, I have the King of Swords in the future and Judgment as a significator. So you are definitely in a position of power and strength as you move forward. So you're letting go of one aspect of power and opening up to another. Okay, Shelley, death reversed in the past. Moon in the present reversed. So I feel like in the past, Shelley, there were some changes that you did not want to have happen or that you resisted. And now you are really trying to see the truth. Even if it's truth you don't want to see, you're trying to see the truth and be open to the truth. La Morena, 2 of Coins is the challenge, but 2 of Cups is my close by energy. So you've got people around that you love, and the challenge is about resources, time, money, energy. Page and Knight of different suits, all elements. First cards are warm tones, last are cool, calm. Very good. Your significator is a Court, the Knight of Pentacles, which makes sense right now for you, Rosemary. Very good. Michelle, what's the difference between future and outcome? There you go. Right. Right. And that's the thing. There's really not much difference. And that's why I say we have 2 cards that predict the future. And so that's why you want to put them together to sort of see what we got going on. There's not much difference. And there are a lot of spreads. Traditionally, most Celtic crosses do this too. It could be like immediate future and then final outcome is a little further out. So first this, then this. It could be that. But one way or the other, they're both predictive. Okay, Dave, my final outcome is death reversed. I see that as nothing's going to change much. And that is a thing. That is a thing. And this is where you might want to do some tarot magic if you want change. But you got to be careful because you might get what you ask for. So you want to be clear about what kind of change. You could turn that bad boy right side up to welcome some change. Okay, Betty, my question was, what do I need to know about mediumship reading? Position 6, Hierophant, not learning from. So the challenge, you know what I would say about position 6, the Hierophant, not learning from experience? No, I wouldn't say that. I would say the challenge is getting out of the dogma and into the intuition. You know, because you're really good at reading the rules and learning the techniques, but then how do they play in practice? Hey, Yolanda, nice to see you. Let me run over the spread for you. 7 cards in an arc, either right to left or left to right, your choice. Right to left is traditional, but left to right is what most people do. Card 1, past. Card 2, present. Card 3, future. Card 4, significator, who you are at this current time. Card 5, person or energy close to you. Card 6, challenge or obstacle. Card 7, final outcome. Okay, here we go. Hang on a minute. I just saw a great question and then I screwed it up here. Hang on a minute. Marion, so nice to see you. My significator is reverse Page of Pentacles. Am I a confused teenage boy today? No, you are not. So Page of Pentacles can be a person who is trying to communicate in a very grounded way. And it may be communication about money or communication about work. So there may be something going on, it's reversed. So there may be something going on where you have to have a conversation with yourself or others about money or about work or about a particular project, and you don't know how to go about it. It could also be learning. Pages are students. And so it could be that there's something you need to learn, like a how to do something that you have been resisting learning or that you've been trying to learn and feel like you haven't gotten it right. So let me know what resonates there. Okay, Rosemary, your Hierophant is in your future. Very good. Yolanda, you are now a member for 3 months. That's great. Okay. Oh, and Rosemary, I recently let go of my final battle struggle. It was very freeing, and that's why the Five of Swords is not there. Very good. Okay, Lady Lenormand, so good to see you. And Lady Lenormand has put out the spread to help the people just coming in. Yolanda, take notice. Joanne, nice to see you. Hanged Man is your significator. Swords 4 reversed, 8, 7, and 2 is final outcome. So, man, are you feeling kind of stuck, or are you feeling, Joanne or Shenik, are you feeling like you are in some space of not being able to move forward or waiting for something or just in a holding pattern right now? I do wonder. Oh, La Morena, final outcome, Ace of Coins, root chakra, great interpretation. Yep, that is so good. So good. Hey, Joanne, go ahead and tell us what all you got. Hey, JF, nice to see you. 9 of Swords in the past. So not the easiest pass. 2, Judgment. So putting closure to that. 3, 2 of Swords, trying to come into a place where you can make decisions and where you can have peace. 4, the Moon. Right now, you may be in a place of spiritual growth, but also confusion. What's close to you right now is you need rest and meditation. You need to be going inward. And I wonder if work is a problem, money is a problem, you feel like you may not have the resources you need. Can you just shuffle and draw again? No, but your final outcome here is good. King of Pentacles. You will be on top. You will find your grounding. You just got to get through your process. You are going through a process. Okay, Karen Winkle, 8 of Wands is a significator. It's stumping you. Yeah, got it. So 8 of Wands is a significator. Couple things. Number 1, you may be trying to get everything done so quickly that you're not getting anything done. You may be in a situation where you just have to let energy run through you, where you need to not be focused on goals, but just be in a place of working with energy, healing energy, letting healing energy run through you. Let me know if either of those resonate for you. Pamela Phillips, no cups, significator is justice, wheel of fortune is future, and hermit is obstacle. So I feel like loneliness is really a thing here. But with Wheel of Fortune in the future, things are going to get better. Absolutely. Hey, Lisa Harmon, nice to see you. Peggy Lou Levens, nice to see you. So 8 of Cups in the past. So, kind of walking away from some difficult things. 7 of Wands in the present. You're dealing with a lot. It's not easy. King of Cups in the future. Things will get better. The Lovers, trying to find your balance and figuring out what works in your life. Queen of Pentacles, I wonder if you have a really good female friend or some woman who is helping you. Ace of Swords, your biggest problem is the truth. That's hard. You've got some things, and this is, it was JF who said, make sure you cover. When a really good card comes up in a hard position or a hard card comes up in a good position, what do? You really just have to interpret it in context. So like Ace of Swords is such a good card, but it comes up as a challenge. It may be that there is a truth that you are not speaking, Peggy, that you need to. It may be that there is a truth that you know that you wish you didn't. It may be that there are some very real, true things that are problems. And 5 of Cups is a final outcome. So there are some difficulties here, but it's interesting because the King of Cups is also your future. So there'll be some loss, but there'll be some gain too. Oh, Von Ray, you're releasing your first book next month. That's so good, and working on 2 others. This reading is in regards to the book you're releasing next month. That so makes sense. Oh, Claire C., significator is the Knight of Cups. You're moving slowly toward better health. You're fearful about your limits, while the outcome is the Knight of Swords. I discover how to exercise. This is so good. So good. Good interpretation. I love that. And Michelle, Ace of Cups is significator. So for me, that's like, okay, you're a sensitive person. You're a loving person. You lead with your heart. You know how to love unconditionally. And you come at everything from a place of love. Now, that can be a painful way to be, but it's also a beautiful way to be. Pamela Thies, oftentimes when the devil comes up for me, it's a matter of taking ownership of all aspects of yourself in full acceptance. But yes, I do have something coming up that I don't want to deal with. Yep. Okay, Dave Victor, here we go. King of Swords reversed in the past. So in the past, you have not seen yourself in all your power, and you have not recognized all of your skills. Right now, 10 of Pentacles reversed. You are not calling on the power of your ancestors. And frankly, you are probably still healing from some childhood difficulties or parental difficulties. And you need to do that healing work. 6 of Swords reversed in the future. You need to do that healing work in order to move forward. There is no change. There is no forward motion until you do the healing that you need to do. And I know you're a Reiki master. You've been doing healing for a long time, but there's some stuff you have not let go of, and you need to. So who you are, the 3 of Swords. Yeah, you are a person hanging on to some sorrow, and you can use that sorrow to inform your writing in a really good way. 7 of Swords, what's next to you? It's hard for you to trust. There's an energy around you where it's hard for you to trust. It's hard for you to trust yourself. It's hard for you to trust the universe. It's hard for you to trust others. And the challenge or obstacle is the 3 of Cups reversed. Oh, and that 7 of Swords was reversed. But still hard to trust. I'd still say the same thing. But I would also say that you are a person of integrity, and that's a good thing, and you need to know that. And 3 of Cups reversed. I think it's hard for you to have fun, and it's hard for you to sort of find your social people that you can really enjoy. Death reversed. So Death reversed and that 6 of Swords reversed. You move forward when you allow the healing to happen. And it is time for you, and this is not unusual. I will share a personal story here. I think I'm a little younger than you, maybe, but maybe not. I don't know. We're probably right around the same age. And I had a situation just a few years ago where I was in this place where I was like, man, I have been working as a healer and working on my healing for the longest time. And yet, yes, I've done a lot of healing. I've peeled away many layers of the onion. And yet I'm still dealing with this MFing BS WTF. Only I didn't use the initials, man. I was in a space, right? And I finally came to a core of healing. And I'll even tell you what it is because it was so simple. And we're being vulnerable with each other, so I'll share a vulnerability. My mom was a single mother in 1962. And she was a great mom. I mean, I love my mom. But people, all the people, the other people, the helping people, the aunts, the grandmother, all the people would talk to me like, oh, your poor mother. And I knew, because I was not stupid, even as a child, I knew that the reason she was my poor mother was because I existed. Now, my mother never made me feel unwelcome, never made me feel that, nor did any of these people. I was loved. I was cherished as a child. But there was still that, oh, your poor mother. And I didn't realize it, but that formed my entire sense of self-esteem. I'm a problem. My presence here is a problem. And all of that clicked a couple of years ago. And I was like, oh, I've been carrying the full weight of my mother's unplanned pregnancy for all of these freaking years. And I was just like, poof, made it go away. And things have been so much better since then. So I share that for you, Dave, but also for everyone. When we talk about you get to a certain age and you're still working on all this healing, it can be something that simple, right? Where no harm was meant. Okay. So Kim Morse, your future card is the Empress reversed and your outcome is the Ace of Swords. I've got a specific thought about that. And I think it has to do with finally releasing some mother guilt and recognizing some greater truth, which I know you know intellectually, but really getting it about how you differ in philosophy from your mother and from how you were raised and breaking free from some of that in a way that would be really healing. Oh, Joanne, your final card is the Empress. That is beautiful. I love it. Oh, thank you, Dave. Super sticker from Lady Lenormand. Thank you so very much for that. Really appreciate that. Dora, you were asking about your work with cartomancy. How did those cards make sense to you in regards to that? I think the devil means you're still feeling trapped or stuck or maybe self-sabotage. Do you feel like you're doing that? It could, sometimes that can be, yeah. And when we talk about divination, sometimes that can be being so stuck with the book meanings that you're not letting yourself get into your intuition. Is that happening? Ashriel, why did the spread originally meant to be read from right to left? When I first learned, we were always from right to left. A 3-card spread from right to left. I was told it was to honor Jewish tradition. Because those French Protestant clergymen made such a tight connection with Kabbalah, so we've got to honor Jewish mysticism. That's what I was taught. Who knows? Serena Fox, so nice to see you. Okay. Chriswell, I like that for Karen Winkle. Are you moving fast? Eight of Wands significator. Yep. Okay. Shelley K. Death in the past. Right. Yes. Yeah, we went through that. Okay. Pamela Thies. When we say past or future, how far in the past or future are we looking in these positions? Now that is a great question, and it's very mutable. It could be yesterday. It could be childhood. Future could be next week. It could be, who the heck knows? Very mutable. And Pamela, okay, past 8 of Wands. 10 of Swords is present. You're going through a tough time, Pamela Phillips. Future Wheel of Fortune, it will get better. Justice is significator. Just keep your balance, my friend. Excuse me. 6 of Pentacles is energy. Ask for help when you need it and allow others to help you. Hermit is the obstacle. Yeah, there's some loneliness there. Knight of Pentacles is the obstacle, is the outcome. Excuse me. It will take time, but learn new things. Do the things that ground you. It will be okay. K-Pack, this spread is best for general readings. So Karen Winkle, I'm going to say, let the healing energy move through you. You just stand still and let that energy move through you. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, there it is. Cleaning up a lot of messes from Karen, right? Yep. You're spinning plates. Yes, you're spinning the plates, Karen Winkle. That's exactly right. Yolanda, card 1 is the Empress. So your mom, right? Card 2 is the 3 of Wands. You have just had great success. Card 3 is the Knight of Swords. You're moving forward in the future. Card 4 is the 9 of Cups. Be grateful for all the good things in your life. Card 5 is the Sun. Be happy with your success, but also recognize you might have a narcissist near you. Card 6 is the 10 of Wands. You're feeling heavy weight. And card 7 is the Queen of Wands. You are becoming yourself. You are on a wonderful journey toward your happiness, Yolanda. That's beautiful. Ali Mammon, nice to see you. When do you know the court cards are either another person, the court themselves, or the situation itself is the card? It could be all of the above. All of the above. Allow yourself to interpret the cards more than once, especially the court cards. And you know when they're people when they make sense as people. If they don't make sense as people, they're not people. Michelle, 5 of Cups challenge obstacle. I need to look at what I have and not worry about what I've lost. I have what I need. Yes, but you might also need to leave some space for grief right now. There might be something you are legitimately grieving, and that's okay for the moment. Marion Newberry, I have King of Pentacles reversed an outcome here, and Monday's Magician reversed also said, I'm not recognizing my skill and power. Dang it. But now that you know it, darn it, do it. Turn that bad boy right side up and say, I recognize you, I see you, and I'm coming for you. Ooh, yes. Okay. Okay, Joanne. Card 6, 10 of Swords in a romantic spread. Could be that my challenge is changing patterns of negative thinking, sure, or healing from the past. Card 3 is Death, right? So making change. Card 4, 4 of Wands, so really wanting the stability of that relationship. Card 5 is the 5 of Cups, so there's been loss in that area. Card 7 is the 8 of Pentacles, so work on it. You're working on it, whether it's working on healing a particular relationship or healing from an old relationship and opening to something new, you're doing it. Okay. And thank you for all your nice comments here. Okay, your obstacle, Arlene, your obstacle is the High Priestess. Are you a perfectionist? Are you hard on yourself? The High Priestess can be about being hard on yourself. It can also be about keeping to yourself and not getting out as much as you should. It could also be about a secret that's hard to keep or a history of family secrecy that's problematic. Okay, Karen's Tarot Vision. For me, judgment is the challenge. The star significator shows a fear of stepping up to my purpose. 4 of Pentacles is the final. So 4 of Pentacles, you've got to create that space where you can step up to your purpose. Oh, Lisa Harmon, that 3 of Swords reversed. I think the antidepressants are exactly the right thing. Exactly the right thing. Friends, believe it or not, we have come to the end of our time. I hope that you have enjoyed this spread, and I hope you have enjoyed learning how to interpret cards in these positions. I really appreciate all your feedback. I hope, even if this left you with some questions, I hope it also left you with some answers. I do want to remind you, like if you enjoyed this or had fun with this, you want to take my class on September 30th. So you need to go to my website, christianagaudet.com or tarotbychristiana.com. Right on the front page, just scroll right on down, and you can sign up to come in person in Palm City or on Zoom. Tarot Spreads, Tools, and Techniques. It's a 2-hour class. You need a ticket. It's $40. Well worth it. And then you get the recording of the class forever. Friends, I thank you so much. Oh, goodness gracious. Thank you so much, Marion, for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you all so much. Oh, and Joanna Shenik, thank you for the super chat. So kind. Folks, if you could be so kind as to like this video, I really appreciate it. Special shout out to our members. Lots of love to the members. Lots of love to everyone who's here. Thank you to everyone who helped out with super chats and super stickers. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notifications. And please, 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 I will be back here tomorrow, Friday at noon Eastern Time with the Friday Weekly Wrap-Up. Saturday, noon 30 Eastern Time, 12:30 Eastern Time with the Saturday Psychic Sampler. And Sunday, 4 p.m. with a class, we're going to look at the 7s and 9s specifically. All free. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yolanda, so nice to see you. Arlene Flower, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Can we do this for the Celtic Cross too? So the Celtic Cross is actually available for not too much money. It's like $40. On cardandcraftacademy.com, you can actually purchase a whole video class on my Celtic cross, and it really dives in. It's lengthy, so do consider that. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. Pamela Phillips, thank you so much for the super chat. So kind, so kind. Shelley, card 4, strength reversed. Yeah, there's some frustration here for sure. Card 5, 9 of swords reversed, and you're healing. Final outcome, page of pentacles. You're going to be okay. Just approach it from a youthful perspective, approach it from a grounding perspective, and learn and communicate in the ways that you need to. Friends, thank you all so much. I appreciate all of you so very much. For those of you watching the replay, I appreciate you too. Hope to see you all really soon. Hope to see you in class on Sunday. And go ahead and get a ticket for the class on September 30th. Shelley, if you see where the emojis are, you see a little dollar sign. If you hit that dollar sign, it tells you how to help out, how to join, and how to send a super chat or super sticker. But depending on the device you're on and where you are in the world, you may or may not be able to. But I really do appreciate the thought. Friends, thank you all so much for being here. Take really good care. Have a great evening. I'll look forward to seeing you soon.